All right. Well, hello, everybody. Cleta, the cheetah here. It's March 17th, 2025, St. Patrick's Day. And so all the Mary Kay people are in the green. Aren't we all in the green? We're so excited to be in the green. First thing I want to show you, and I had this last week and I forgot. This is the super cool Power Up prize. So I hadn't even unwrapped it because I was saving it to be nice for y'all. But it's a hand towel and a little washcloth that says Mary Kay. My only complaint is that we couldn't get more than one. So I think it's so pretty. It's so nice. I actually am in a retro house and I have a pink and blue bathroom. Yes, I do. It's a 1959 house. So boom, these are going in my bathroom. But I will use micellar water before I wash my face with this beautiful little hand towel. You know, you get them, you don't want to use them, right? So this is a $700 order. So y'all go ahead and put in the chat if you have already won this. I just love it. Love it. I love it when they do stuff that says Mary Kay on them, don't y'all? So we have a new quarter started on Sunday, and I forgot to tell my unit this, so I'm just going to tell y'all on the Boss Babe call. So I got a little prize, and this is going to be for the top 30 people in our unit that ordered this month of March. So I'm sorry I'm doing it on the Boss Babe call. Check it. Come on. Do you see best year ever? And then on this side, it says attendance, attitude, and effort. And so tonight, I ordered these. I wanted them for a career conference, but they came in today, which is fine. And when they came in, I got this guy sent me this little book, and it says 7 winning strategies. And it says to help your children succeed in school and in life. This guy's name is Bill Cecil, and Maureen, he's the Michigan Teacher of the Year. So I thought, oh, that's nice. I'm going to give this to my sister, who's the dean of a Christian school. Well, then inside the book, look at this. I got me a little handwritten note to Cleta. So I just want to read it to you. It says, Cleta, thanks so much for your order. I hope you enjoy using these with your students, aka beauty consultants. I also stuck a free copy of my parent book as well. I also have a few business cards with info about my 30 episode podcast series called Best Year Ever or Bust. I hope you'll give it a listen and share it with other teachers you know. Again, thanks. I hope you are having your best year ever with your students. Love, Bill. So I'm like, okay. So I opened this sucker up. Y'all, it is so good. It's 7 winning strategies. And yes, it says for children, y'all, it's for people. It's so good. So I went through it's just a little tiny book. So I went through the first few pages and I'm like, that is what I'm sharing tonight. So this is going to be 2-part this week and next week. And so what I decided to do, because I am the geek that you all know and love, you know you do. Don't try to tell me that you don't. You love that your friend is a geek. So I am going to share a what? A PowerPoint with everybody. Because you know that we learned at career conference that a lot of people learn in pictures. Like when you see a picture, you remember it more and you learn it more. Who learns in pictures? So you'll have to tell me that. But so our unit has been saying we're having our bye-bye year. Best year ever, best year ever. We've been saying it. Honestly, we were saying it in June. And so we just kept going with it. And so this thought is with attendance, attitude, and effort, you can have your best year ever. So I started with these 7 winning strategies. And so I'm going to cover some of those tonight because I thought they were so applicable to all of us going to finish up our last 4 months of the seminar year. Anything can happen between now and June 30th. I'm telling you, you can ask anybody in Mary Kay. It's always your best 4 months. It always is. Okay, so the first on the winning strategy is to develop a growth mindset. And Mary Kay used to say this too, but the quote was from Henry Ford, says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so Mary Kay used to say, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. And so she might have heard it from Henry Ford. She probably did. But I'm sure in Mary Kay, have we not heard this a lot? I mean, like we've heard it, what you think about your bring about. I mean, we just hear it all the time. But y'all, it is so true, right? Because your mind is going to do whatever you say. So we're going to get into that just a little bit more. And the definition of a mindset is an attitude, belief, or expectation a person or a group of people like our unit has that drives the way they think and they act. Okay, On the opposite, so a growth mindset, we'll talk about that. People with a growth mindset believe they can always learn more and do anything they set their mind to do with the right amount of time, effort, and patience. Okay? They often get excited to try new things. They see challenges as opportunities for growth. They don't stress too much, out too much over making mistakes because they know they can learn from them and it helps them prepare for future success. Each success helps validate and strengthen the belief and the mindset that they can. Okay, that's a growth mindset. So I want y'all to think about this. I want you to think about this on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm fixing to tell you the opposite of where you are on the growth mindset. 10 is your a growth mindset, and a 1 is the next one. And this is a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset. People tend to believe they were born with only so much intelligence, talents, and skills. They believe they're either naturally good at certain things or they're not. They quit trying too soon, or worse, they don't even try, validating the belief. And I spelled it wrong. See, I'm not afraid of making mistakes. The belief that they can't. Okay, that's a fixed mindset. So I want you to think about things that come out, and y'all, technology's just got to be one of them. When 2020 happened, people had to learn new skills. But do y'all know there's a lot of people that said, I'm not willing, I can't do that. I'm not willing to learn how to do that. I'm just going to be done. I can't do that. Okay, so fixed is like a scale of a 1, and the growth mindset is a scale of a 10. So y'all think about it. You don't have to put it in the comments, but think about yourself. Where are you on that? Where are you on that? Okay. Have you ever, think about this, have you ever tried something new that you've never done before and you proved to yourself that you could do it? Sometimes you can think back maybe to high school even, or something, or really in life, period. It could be a whole new skill you've never done before, and maybe at first thought you're like, I don't even know if I can do this, okay? But you did, you practiced, you tried it, and then you did it, okay? I'll tell you one for me, in high school, I went to a small school, and I love to play basketball and I like to play softball. But when the track meet came, the track meet came and our coach says, all y'all got to do the track meet. I'm like, I don't want to do the track meet. And they go, Cleta, you got to do the long jump. I'm like, I've never done a long jump in my life. We didn't practice. Y'all, we just showed up to the track meet. And so I had to do the long jump. I mean, like I just did it. Okay. The other one was tennis. I remember that they had a tennis tournament for the school, not for the school, but for all the schools, in high school. And again, if like you were an athlete on something else, they're like, oh, Cleta, you playing tennis. So me and this other girl did doubles. Y'all, we stunk, but we just did the best we could. I mean, we literally did not practice and got out there and played tennis. And later I thought I could probably learn to play tennis if I tried. Golf is another one, never played golf at all. And then later I thought, I'm gonna get out here and try it. And of course, you stink so bad at first, but you practice and you get better. But there's other things like technology, Zoom, when it came out. We had to learn how to get on Zoom, how to learn how to share PowerPoint, all that kind of stuff, right? And you don't know how to do it. But then when you learn, it's kind of exciting. Okay. If you've done something like that, put it in the chat. Something that you thought I can't, at first you've never done, and then you decide, I'm going to learn how to do it and I'm going to practice it. Okay. Put it in the chat what it is. Okay. The next thing is, have you ever not tried something because you thought in your mind, I'm no good at that? Or you might say, my brain doesn't function that way. Or my mom was never good at that. Or my dad was terrible at math, so I probably am too. Like you put a fixed mindset on what you actually could do. How many of you have ever done that? I think probably all of us at one point have done that, have just said, oh, my daddy, he was uncoordinated and so am I. I mean, it's just really a mindset that is so fixed and it's just not true. Something you've taken on, or it could be that your parents or a teacher or somebody said, you're just like your dad, he never could do blank, or you're just like your mom. People don't usually pick on moms, do they? It's usually dads. But anyway, y'all see the idea on this, okay? And so I want us to catch ourselves in our units. If you hear anybody saying that you can't do something, or that's not in my wheelhouse or anything like that, That's just a bunch of bull. I mean, if we got to go back to this right here, is that they believe they can always learn more and do anything they set their mind to with the right amount of practice and time and effort and patience, right? So let's catch each other if we start having a negative mindset. Okay, so I can is a positive growth mindset. I can't is a fixed negative mindset. So instead of saying I can't, you're going to say I'll find a way. So instead of saying I can't get any bookings, I'm going to find a way to get some bookings. Instead of saying I'm not smart enough, you're going to say I will learn how to do this. Instead of saying I failed, say mistakes help me learn. Instead of saying I give up, you say I'm going to keep trying till I get this. And I've heard y'all say that. I've heard a lot of my unit members saying that I'm going to get this. Donna's one that I've heard say that. I'm going to keep trying till I get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to figure it out. Okay. That's a positive growth mindset. And one of the examples, like I can't get any bookings, instead say I'm going to start working on getting my date book filled. One is a negative thought, the other is turn around to be positive. So kind of think about that on everything that we say. And I have to watch it too. We all do. We have to change the negative into a positive. Okay, so best year ever does not mean perfect year ever. It's not going to be a perfect year. It also doesn't mean challenge-free year ever. Your best year ever will have challenges. Y'all, we started out best year ever here in Valdosta in our local unit, and we started saying that in June, really. But then we have our second humongous hurricane. In September, we've had loss of family members this year. We have had all kind of stuff, health problems, just different things that have been challenging. It's been challenging. I always say that's the devil. That's the devil trying to steal your joy and say, is she still going to do it? I'm going to throw this at her. But read the Bible, read Job, and you just can't give up because you have a challenge, and just know we all have challenges. So still with challenges, it's going to be our best year ever. Still with mistakes, it's going to be our best year ever. So one of the things in the book by Bill Cecil, he said, best year ever, I put best year ever is a powerful approach, mindset. It's like a powerful approach, your mindset to live. Look, why can't I just do some proofreading here? But it's supposed to be to live your life by. It is a combination of having a positive growth mindset and high expectations so that no matter what life throws at you, you will always look for new ways to improve and grow in order to become the best that you can be. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's not about it's about learning to dream big dreams and striving to grasp them. Best year ever is about getting in the habit of trying to reach a little higher and push yourself a little more each day to renew levels within yourself. It's about learning to expect the best and working to get your best. Finally, best year ever is learning to enjoy the journey. I really like this part. Enjoy the journey rather than waiting till the end of the seminar year to finally being able to celebrate. You're going to celebrate big and small wins daily, every day. What did I do that I can celebrate today? You want to celebrate all year long. And at the end, of course, you're going to celebrate. But just think if you just like work like a dog all year and you didn't have one good moment until seminar, that's a bad way to live your whole year, isn't it? So I want us to think about wins every single day that you can celebrate. And so, of course, y'all know I like Chat GPT. So I put in Chat GPT. It's funny because in this little book, I don't even know what year it was written. Let me look and see. Probably before Chat GPT. Well, 2020. So anyway, but it said to Google, which you can still do, of course, a growth mindset vocabulary. So I went on Chat GPT and I Googled it, and it said, would you like me to do a growth mindset vocabulary for your unit? Cheetahs, Cletus, champion cheetahs? And I said, yes, I would. And so Chat GPT came up with a little list for me, and I thought it was so great. So it's a vocabulary for success. Success starts with the right mindset. Growth mindset, we talked about this, believing that with effort, learning, and persistence, you can grow your business and skills. Challenge. What is a challenge? A challenge is an opportunity to stretch, learn, and become stronger. And we've talked about this in Mary Kay. Every no brings you closer to a yes. No's are no big deal. We're all going to get no's. They're no big deal. We, turn around, turn it, say on, and go on and tell them a little bit more. I'll go on to the next person. Okay. And then the word yet. He says in the book, that's your secret weapon. He talked about too. It says, I haven't reached my goal yet. What does that mean? That it's coming. It's coming. All right. And then confidence is the belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. Confidence sells. And then goal setter is someone who sets goals, works for them, and doesn't give up. And that's you. So think about those vocabulary for success. And these are key growth mindset words for success. Perseverance, staying committed, even when things get tough, because success is just beyond your comfort zone. Progress, small daily actions lead to big results. Resilience, bouncing back from obstacles with grace and determination. Adaptability, being open to new ideas, adjusting when needed. Curiosity, asking questions, learning, and growing. And then these are success-focused words for us. Practice. We probably heard this a lot at career conference about you don't get good until you practice it. You can read about how to do a party till the cows come home, but till you actually do one, that's when you're going to start getting better. Every call, every booking, every sales makes you better. Leadership, inspire others by showing up, leading by example, lifting your team up. Solution seeker, instead of saying, I can't, ask yourself, how can I? So maybe you're working on your taxes. Ugh. So you say, can't get these taxes done. I say, how can I get my taxes done? So it makes your brain start coming up with solutions. The I can't makes your brain say, she's right. Yeah, you can. Okay. So I really need to watch this, and I think we all do. Feedback is learning from coaching and experiences to improve, celebrate, recognizing progress, no matter how small. And then the last one is encouraging phrases for your Mary Kay journey. So kind of think about these lines that you're going to think when things happen in your Mary Kay career. First one says is, I can learn from this. So if you go and make some big mistake, you just said, I forgot to do whatever at your party. You say, I can learn from this. Okay. Mistakes. Mistakes help me grow and get better. Challenges make me stronger and more successful. Effort leads to excellence. I am capable, confident, and unstoppable. Keep believing, keep growing, keep shining. So I want you guys to stay tuned because next week we're going to go. There was in the book there's 3-word success formula, and it's attendance, attitude, and effort. But we will cover that next week. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to stop the share, and I'd like to open it up to some of you guys that have tried something that you thought you couldn't do at first, or you're like, I don't know if I would ever be able to do that. But then through practice, you started doing it. And I'm going to bring 2 people up that I did not tell that I'm bringing up. So I'm going to bring up Selah. And is Sandra Griffin still on here? I believe she is. Sandra Griffin. I'm going to bring them up. Now, Sandra and Selah are 2 people. Oh, Sandra, you got to turn your video on if you can. They are 2 people that get up. Okay, there she is. Hang on. They get up every morning, and they started this about a year and a half ago, I believe, maybe 2. I don't even know. But I'm sure Selah and Sandra, you tell them what y'all did and how at first maybe you thought, tell them what you thought and how you feel now about what y'all do every morning.
You can go first, Sandra.
Okay. I assume she's talking about getting up and going to the gym at 5 a.m.
Yes, I am.
It's been way more than a year ago. We've been doing it for a while. But well, we I thought I was crazy, really thought about doing it. But then for me, it works with my schedule. And if I get up and I just get what I need to get done, get my workout out of the way, because by the end of the day, I'm like losing speed, losing energy, So getting up at 5 a.m., not that I love getting up at 4:30, 4 o'clock. I don't. So don't just not get it twisted. But it's it's necessary and it works for me.
Okay. All right, Selah. tell us about your thoughts on it.
Yeah, so Sandra was the one that I've always exercised early in the morning, but not like this. And Sandra had been going, and so I started going intermittent. I would go a couple of times a week and think that I was going to die. Just did not think I could do it. Um, and then I decided, instead of going to bed every night and wondering if I was getting up the next day, that I would just go every day. But honestly, when I first started, I mean, I could not go. I thought, I just don't know if I can do this. It was so hard. I could not breathe. I would be gasping for air. I was in the back corner, really wanted to cry. But now we get up and do it. And I think about it a lot compared to our Mary Kay business, because like this morning I got up and I really did not feel good. It was 4:30 and I thought, I just can't do it today. But I said, well, I'm just going to keep going. And if I get all the way there and I can't do it, then I'll come home. And and I did go, and I'd made it through the whole thing. And that is like our business. If we will just keep going, no matter what it looks like, we will get through. And we'll be so glad that we did.
Yes. It
Absolutely.
sets me up for my day. It gives me the energy, and just to get a schedule, like I'm up, okay, you can go home, get your shower, and just hit the ball, hit the ground running. So yeah.
And did either one of you, at first when you're doing these workouts and there's different things, they say, okay, today we're going to do blah 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 with the weights and this, and did you ever think, I don't even know what she's talking about? And
Well,
then
yeah, and even like today, we just switched up. The girl just switched up our morning routine. And we're used to staying in this room and kind of doing the same thing. And so she switched it. Now we go down to the gym and work out. And I'm like, I just don't know about this. And then she decided that we were going to run. There's a gym that, like a basketball court, Cleta Colson-Eyre. And so we have to run like sprints back and forth. And I promise you, I just thought, there is no way I'm going to be able to do it. But
yeah.
We're doing it. We may be ugly at the end, but we're doing it.
Well,
We
the
got
reason
pretty skin though.
that's right. And the reason I wanted to bring them up is because they both have a growth mindset of what their goals were, is to get in shape and get stronger. And they committed to it. They didn't start out knowing the exercises. They didn't know what they had to do. They just said, I'm going to go, and they stuck with it. And so that skill of trying something new and sticking with it. Donna, I'm going to bring you up because Donna is by profession, she is a swim teacher. And Donna, I'd like for you to just, and I didn't tell either one of these gals, but Donna, I know there's people that come to take lessons from you that do not know how to swim, right? And so what's your goal of teaching them? They're really afraid of the water. They're afraid to learn how. And then I'm sure you've seen it. Tell us a little bit about your experience with that.
Well, they'll cry and they'll get all worked up and upset, and I can't do it, and they want to hang on to their mama. But I love them through it. I hold them and love them, and I say, it's okay if you cry. Miss Donna's just going to blow some bubbles. Blow bubbles. See, we're making bubbles. We might blow them at both ends. It's okay. I just love them and love on them and gain their trust. They have to trust me. If they don't trust me, they're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. And Mary Kay is the same way too. You got to trust and you got to believe, mm-hmm. and you got to build relationships, and it just falls into place. It's amazing how God works it. And swimming is the same thing. And then when you teach them to float, they don't believe that water's going to hold them up. They really think their face is going under. They're going to drink all the water. They're going to drown. I'm going to drown. I'm going to drown. Grown-ups are the worst. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not. But they just have to gain the trust. You gain their trust, and they'll eat right out of your hand.
And also,
like that.
What you say also is they kept with it. Like the one, I'm sure you've probably seen some that did not come back. They just quit, right?
Yeah.
And but
And
then the ones that do that make it, they're so proud of themselves, right?
every time they come, they gain more ground.
Right.
Every single time they come.
Confident.
And it only takes about 10 minutes, really. And then when they gain ground, they're swimming the length of the pool and they're grinning, they're having fun, they're jumping in. They don't fear, they're fearless.
Yeah. So
They
you got,
respect the water, but they don't fear it.
yeah. I just wanted to put two different scenarios out there for y'all because Mary Kay, when we recruit people into selling Mary Kay, they do, I mean, like they don't, when someone recruited me, I had no idea.
No.
I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I didn't run a business. I didn't know how to do my taxes. I didn't know how to do match foundations. I had to learn how to do eyeshadows with water back in the day, right? We had to learn, right? And so I was thinking of this in my seminar, my career conference speech about a lot of us. How many of you raise your hand if you started out with a phone attached to the wall with a cord? Okay. All of us that are in our 50s and 60s, we had the phone was on the wall.
Yes.
How many of you even can go back a little further and it was a party line? Like you didn't even have your own. Yes. Okay, so you
Yeah.
get up and then your
Yeah.
neighbor would not get off the phone. So you couldn't even call your friend because you get up, she's on the phone. And you're like, okay, so we have come from that to cordless phones to caller ID. Remember caller ID was so awesome. To answer machines with the little tapes, right? Then the answer machines that were a little more digital. Then to the first bag phone. Get excited. In your car, a bag phone. Then we went to a flip phone. We text with numbers. Like each number was like, and we could do it without looking in the car. I mean, we could text with numbers in the car. I don't even know. And then we went to, of course, the smartphones with the little keypad, a whole little keypad. Thank you very much. Then the flip phones, right? And then the smartphones. And then, of course, we've got computers and iPads and all that kind of stuff. But we really, when they first came out, I can remember so clearly the first, not iPhone, but it was an iPod. And it was a blank screen. It was about this big. And I thought, what's all? I mean, I just like, I don't even know what you're going to do with it. People were listening to music and stuff with it. And we all have learned skills, right? We all have learned how to do it. My 86-year-old mother has learned how to do an iPhone. She can, last night she lost her phone, but she was smart enough to get on Facebook and put on my wall, Cleta, call me. I can't find my phone.
Oh.
But then I was doing something else. So then I had my friends calling and texting me saying, Latrice was one of them, your mama can't find her phone. She just and screenshot what she said. So then the phone rings and it's my mom. She goes, I got in a panic. I couldn't find my phone. She goes, but then I found it. And but what I'm saying is my mom, 86 years old, learned a skill. Like she can't started out with I don't even know what they had back in the 1938. I'm sure they had some kind of phone, but anyway, maybe not. I don't even know what they had. Okay. But all of us can learn skills. So to say that you can't learn how to book a party, right? And to hold a party with 6 people around the table and to use a set sheet and get the sales and get the second booking and book an interview and talk to someone about selling Mary Kay and then guide them on their way is kind of crazy, isn't it? That's so much easier than what every single one of y'all have learned to do. Because all of us have had a job where we went in to like a new job and they tell you what you got to do. I don't know about you, but I was like, and I'm going, I hope I can learn this at one. Like you thinking, I don't even know, this is hard, right? But you learned it, every single solitary one of you. So I just want to encourage you that we have a growth mindset. We can do this, y'all. We can. And if you haven't done it, it's because something in your mind is saying, I can't do it. So you just have to say, I'm going to do it. I might make mistakes, but I will learn from it. And no one's ever died putting on the wrong foundation color on a lady. They haven't. And no one's ever died. And really, the times that I have done it, I just said, look, I just have to tell you, I don't think that's the right color. And they're like, I don't either, but I don't want to say nothing. I'm like, let's wash it off. I've done it myself. Who else has done that? You just pick the wrong color and it looked bad, and you knew it and they knew it. So that's about the worst that you can do to me, is just to pick the wrong color to put on that girl's face, right? So I just want to encourage you guys today that we can do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it. If all these other girls can do all these other skills, you know, you can do it too. So I'm going to stop the call, but if anybody else